right, y'all. So yeah, man. So my guy got here. Good time. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now that helps us. Anytime you can get dirty, you can get started, the better in this game, because it gets hot, man, and there ain't no sense. If we can avoid some of the heat, let's do that. That's my goal. So I'm gonna pull up down here to the landscape place, and I'm gonna grab a couple bales of straw. It just makes it easier, you know. I'll buy 2 bales or whatever, and then we can kind of use it to cover up, so we don't have to clean up every little bitty thing. To me, doing bushes and stuff like that, it's always about the cleanup, always. So the cleanup is usually what takes so long, and so that I hate doing the most. I'd much rather trim them than clean it up, especially when you got pine beds there, where the pine bed is well, and the pine straw is not that old. I mean, you know. Now I've had people come out here, and they, you know, Katie, she was really good about. She'd come out here, and when we did the bushes over there, she'd go in front of everybody with a hard rake, and she'd just pull the pine straw to the outside edge. You know, that's what she did. So, but if I can buy a couple bales of pine straw, then that's gravy, baby, you know. That's what you want, man. So then you don't have to go through, you don't have to be digging in the pine straw. See, I don't like to disturb the pine straw, because a lot of times it's matted down nice and everything. And if you can just sprinkle a little bit on top to cover up, you gotta, I mean, you know, it ain't gotta be hardcore, but yeah. And then she got some stuff she wants to haul off too. So what I did yesterday basically is when we were both at the last job, I told him, hey man, go on and load your mower onto my trailer, and I'll put my mower on my trailer. And then on the way home, you know, I stopped and filled the truck up with fuel and filled both mowers up with fuel, and have that trailer empty. And you know, so then today, when we get over here, we got a place to put something if we need it. If not, no harm, no foul. I can back the damn that mower, his mower, back up on his trailer, and we're good. But I didn't see no point in doing all that at my house when we're going to be over here at the same job. So we can do that at the job. Anytime I can do things on the job, that's what I'll do. You know, if it makes sense. So I'm gonna try to creep up in here and grab a couple bales of this straw real quick. I just need like 2 bales or 2 rolls, whatever, about $20. You know. Yeah, they sell it by the roll. But that makes it go a lot quicker, especially down there by the road. Now up around the house, not a big deal, because, well, you can't see that. But out by the road on Front Street, y'all know about Front Street, right? Where everybody can see, that's what Front Street is. And I want to be able to, and again, I've been cutting these bushes for 15 years. So, you know, I know every which way. Ain't nobody going to tell me anything about how to cut them or anything like that. I ain't hearing it because, well, I've been doing them for the same bushes for 15 years, 16 years. So I am going to go ahead and probably cut the crepe myrtles back too, and that's a good reason to have the other trailer, so we can put all the clippings on the other trailer. She told me she had a few things she needed me to haul off, so I'll look at that and see. A pallet, you know, that ain't nothing. As a matter of fact, I could use a pallet at the house, so I can put stuff on a pallet and I can pick it up with skid steer and I can put it on the shelf. But my guy will probably beat me over there. I don't know. But this is a much better start than yesterday, so that's all that matters. Just trying to get a little bit better. You'd be surprised though how 20 minutes, 30 minutes in the early morning can really affect your day long term. And that's why y'all see Chad over there at Green Acres. You see, he'll be out there doing his intro video at 6:45 in the morning. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you really can do it. And if he works as efficient as I know he is with those trucks and the 1 or 2 guys that he has, at least the one guy I know, he can do a lot of money, man, if you're out on the road before 7. Shit. And you're finishing around 4. You can do a lot of freaking work like that, dude. So I don't really like going over here in the early morning because the landscape place is always packed. But we're gonna deal with it today. We need rains really bad, man. Really bad. We're in a whole nother drought, man. And I'm gonna tell y'all, all you guys that live down here where I live, I'm gonna tell you, if we don't get no freaking rain here in the next 2 weeks, it's gonna really hurt the end of the season. Really hurt because all that weed grass that we're cutting right now, that we was cutting, we're not gonna be cutting it. The crabgrass and all that stuff don't want to do anything. We know the Bermuda yards and stuff are that they would naturally be laying down. Maybe not quite this early. All right, y'all got the pine straw, just 2 bales, well 2 rolls. They don't hardly sell the bales down here no more. Not locally. Now, if you hire a company or whatever, they usually bring the bales up from Moultrie, Georgia. I think there's a lot of pine farms down there or something. But yeah, and this is going to help us too. Anything to help us make better time. You know, we got a lot to do today. We got a lot of mows to do, and we're a little bit off kilter because, like I said yesterday, we're not 100% right now, but I'm paying out 100%. You see what I'm saying? I'm paying as if we are, and I don't mind doing that as long as we can get there. Sometimes that's a mistake for me to do, where I pay a guy so much money, you know, where and they're worth it all day long. I don't want nobody to think that, but if it, you know, going into the off season and then the drought, it's kind of, well, it's kind of tying my hands just a little bit, because I'm paying more out now than ever before. You're trying to, you know, make sure that I put me and whoever's out here to make the most money in the minimal time. But that's a learned thing. I know how to do it, but when I got guys that come out here, they know how to do it too, but they're just not doing it the way I'm bidding it, if that makes sense. They're not doing it the way well, they're not doing it the way I bid the jobs, because see, if I bid a job, then we got to do it. I'm bidding it based on how long it took me last time and blah 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 blah. But I'm trying to, you know, make sure that my guy gets money, and I don't mind doing that. I'll do that, but we got to be, and we are. But the drought ain't helping us none, because now we're starting to run. Like, I got people calling me wanting to skip. That's why I'm saying, on the guys that are doing it weekly, you know that I know that you know that I know. Tell everybody that you cutting them like clockwork, but I know better. I don't believe that shit. I don't. You know, if you are, you beating up, you hitting them in the mouth for sure. Even if people are irrigating the properties, man, that's still I don't know, man. It's still not, you know, the Bermuda's. I mean, I guess the Bermuda would still grow pretty good if you were irrigating it regular. But if we don't get some rain, they ain't gonna even let nobody irrigate. So we're just trying to make $1, y'all. $1. We ain't gonna hit 800 today. We'll be doing good if we hit 650. Now I don't want to say that in stone, because we got some stuff on a couple of commercial accounts that I might, because there's been a lot of heavy winds or whatever, and some of the properties I haven't been to since we had those heavy winds, and where things, you know, limbs are getting broke off and all that. So you never know once we get done with this one. And this one right here is going to be the one that's going to be a pain in the butt. You know, I just don't like working this freaking, you know, I don't like doing the bushes. I mean, I don't particularly care about doing big bush jobs. Anyway, Ray, there's plenty of money in that. Yeah, there is. And back in the day, I would do a lot more than that. But once you get equipment like I got, you'll shy away from those things if you can. Now, especially if you don't have consistent labor. Because I know me, I'm not gonna. If all I did was bush jobs, I mean, and I got all this equipment where I could go do other stuff where I don't have to work as hard. That's what I want to do. I want to work smart. I want to work where the machine does everything. But you know, I understand that on these lawns, I have to do the bushes. So, and we're only going to go so deep on the bushes, because a lot of the bushes over here at this particular property, well, there's two of them that are in the back by the swimming pool, and it's on the incline like that, and then there's a retainer wall. I used to trim it, but then it got so big back there now, I don't even fool with that crap no more. I ain't, y'all. I said I ain't. So, only way we do that one is if we're being the man lift, or we can get on the bottom of the wall and go from there. So there's normally a way I do these bushes over here, and he's not going to be privy to that. I'm gonna show him, because one thing about having guys out here that haven't done some of the stuff, you know, bushes like on this particular property or whatever. One thing about that is that I like to do things in the same way I did them last time, and the time before, and the time before, and the 10 times before that. I don't like to do things different every single time I come over here. But when you got another guy out here that hasn't done it before, though he knows how to do bushes. I mean, he showed that yesterday. Awesome. But you can't get too OCD, and you can't get and you can't be all over the place. I have some guys come out here before in the past where they'd say, okay, in their head, I don't know what make them think that, they go up there, they tell themselves, okay, I'm gonna do all the holly bushes, and then they do all the hollies, and then they not do anything. There'd be a holly here, a holly here, a holly here, and then there'd be some, you know, lower pedalum or whatever in the middle there, and they wouldn't even touch them. They just do the hollies, and then they go back and do the lower pedalum. I'm like, dude, no, man, you start at that corner of the house, you go all the way to that corner of the house, or you start at that corner of the house, you go to that corner of the house. Don't start in the middle. And see, I don't like doing that, and a lot of guys come out here they do that. But when you do that, you are well, you're working harder, and you're not working in concert with whoever's behind you cleaning up or whatever. You got to be thinking about the cleanup when you're doing bushes always. It's the most important thing. I had rather leave a bush looking a little bit shady than leave a big mess, if that makes any sense. Of course, you don't want to leave either, but sometimes, you know, I mean. But y'all seen me do these bushes 100 times. I like doing the ones out by the road. And I put the guy on the ones up by the house. But I've had them start at the front porch and then go that way a little bit, then go that way a little bit. And I'm like, dude, no, man. You start at one end and go to the other end, you know. Quite frankly, I like to get them done before the shade, before the sun comes up over the top of the house. Because if you're over here at 11 or 12 doing bushes, it's brutal, man, because there is no shade at that point. I like being over here at 8:15, you know, out by the road, doing the bushes. And only hedge trimmers, I didn't bring none of the Milwaukee stuff. The only hedge trimmers I brought are the articulating steel ones, and then the handheld steel ones. And I can use either one, it don't matter to me. My guy should already be over here, I think, should be. Good morning, Fowler.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I'll try to get some footage over here, y'all. Okay, y'all, so y'all see I got 2 rolls of straw, and these are what I'm gonna be doing. I don't know how good a footage I can get, because I can't put y'all aiming this way because the sun will just glare me out. So let's see if we can, it's gonna be a little bit too close, really. See that, man? That's all the best I can do, man. Okay, so he's already got started up there. Y'all see the sun is already starting to beam out on us. But if you look up there where he's at, if y'all can see it from there, you see that he's still in the shade right now. And that's what we're trying to do, get these done before the shade. When you've been doing properties like this for so long that you know where the sun is, that's a sign. So this is what I'm using here, y'all. Y'all see that, man? Okay, y'all, so finally I'm over here in the shade now, and y'all see what my guy did last week on this edge right here? Look, see that? He does that by default. I said by default. Nobody has to say nothing to him to do that. I'm gonna try to set y'all up somewhere where y'all can see me cut all these. And you see there's vines trying to grow into the bottom of it too. So we're a little more than halfway done with the bushes. We've been over here an hour and a half, so it's about a 2.5, 3 hour job. But now that I've gotten all the stuff down here by the road done, now I'm starting to clean up while he finishes up trimming up top. And some of it we're not even going to have to clean out, because on the retainer wall here, it's kind of a wooded area. And we just leave them there. So we got pine straw, you know, we can spread some pine straw, but I want to get to a certain point to where he can wrap it up, and I can go do that one simple yard while he's wrapping this up, and then we can meet on the bigger cuts. We're gonna be damn. Yeah, but it's hot, y'all. Man, we picked the wrong damn week to do that. It's back up. So as I'm pulling the crepe myrtle stuff out, there's a lot of stuff at the bottom of the crepe myrtles, and you know, I don't really care what anybody thinks about, you know, you're murdering the crepe myrtles and all that. The customer don't care nothing about all that. They just grateful and thankful to get it all down. Yeah. Unstoppable, man. That's what we are. Okay, y'all, so we got those done. I bet I ain't even got a check over there. Damn. Yeah, one of the girls I get a check from vacation. I hate that. We didn't make great time or nothing. It's so hot that I mean, yeah, it's real hot, man. So you know, we're doing all right, but we ain't gonna be even close to $800. We're not even gonna hit 7. We're not. Because this was not going to be the most lucrative thing because we don't have all the yards. So, but I mean, you know, it's okay for our time. I mean, it's okay for the time that we spend, I guess, but it really, it's not being that efficient because we didn't do none of the yards that we normally do on that route. Usually we'll do the bushes and then all the yards on that route. And that's how your density can really help you make a lot more money. But that was some work over there, really. But she pays good, man. I like it. And we are able to get half of the yard money, you know, because we did the front yard. And then we're going to the dump too, so. She Venmos me, so when I get home and me and Sweet Pea are on the couch discussing shit, see, I can go home right now. I'll be all right. It's so hot, man. It's brutal. But we damn warriors, man. We ain't scared at all. We're gonna be at about $690, right at $700, $750 maybe if I spray. But I'm not promoting spraying right now. It's just too dry. Spray don't work. Monday we're gonna do that skid steer job over there, pull that tree down, and go around that building, and then probably cut some grass too. So we'll probably make $1,000 on Monday, or $1,100 or something like that. It'll be a lot more profitable next week. If we got rain, it'll be a lot more profitable. The rain, not having rain, is kind of a double-edged sword. There is a silver lining when you got new guys out here and you don't have no rain, because then everything is not pressing. So, but we're not making that much money either. You know, ideally you kind of want, ideally you want rain at least once a week. I mean, and I know there's gonna be somebody say something about the damn crepe myrtles. Don't worry, she don't care. She told me that. Whack them off, Ray. I don't give a damn. If they die, we'll put more in. And we got about a good hour and something of mowing, so it's going to put us at, you know, 1:45, 2 o'clock. But the mowing's going a lot faster than usual, but I charge the same. But my guy, he's doing great, man. He's a hard worker, man. He works harder than than most, for sure. Now if we could just channel that energy into work and into doing things like I like to do things, and it's not, you know, rocket science or nothing. Then his every move he makes means something. You don't want to waste any movement when you're laboring out there, not none. And you know, as you get older, don't worry, you ain't gonna waste no moves, but you'll fall out there trying to run around like a 22-year-old or 30-year-old. You got to make smart moves, because it's stupid hot, and I'm in it every day, so for years and years and years. But I knew it would be like this, you know, over there. I've done the bushes. Well, I've been doing the bushes over there for the last 15 years, so I usually do them about 3 times a year. So it's I knew that the earlier we get over there, the easier it is on us. And we got over there pretty early. You can't get started over there before 8. They won't let you in the gate. But I have been sitting there hovering at 8, waiting for them to let me in. But y'all notice I go from job to job and ain't no stopping. I'm tired and a little bit hungry and all that, but I ain't trying to stop nowhere. I'm trying to get done. Today's Friday. I don't know how this video came out. It was so hot out there that the camera turned off, and I don't know at what point it turned off. When these cameras get hot, they shut down. And I tried to restart it, and it restarted, then it shut down again. So I just put it up. But today's payday. I think I got a check for me and my guy today. Yeah, check. But my guy did real good, man. He's good with the bushes, and really, I mean, he's really pretty good out here, to be perfectly honest. Pretty damn good. He knows what to do, and just like, well, you know, just like with me and anybody else that comes out here, we can always get just a little bit better, you know, as far as our time management and all that. So he did good. He pushed through, man, because it's hot, man, and those bushes over there, they were really bad. That's the worst I've done. That's the worst I've seen them in a long time. Usually we're on them a little bit quicker than that. But I had all these issues with labor, so I didn't want to take that kid over there and do them. You know, I mean, they've been needing done for a month, 6 weeks. But then after the other dude quit, I didn't, you know, I mean, I needed somebody more qualified than that kid to help me. You know, and anybody comes out here, I mean, I need to know that they can handle that. I'm just ready to get out of the truck, man. I'm gonna jump in the pool. Nothing like jumping in the pool to reinvigorate. But I ain't doing nothing else today. Nothing. I'm gonna sit on the couch, man. But Jess is working out pretty good. You know, really is. And it ought to be. We ought to start getting a little bit easier. You know, as far as the training process. Because, you know, right now, like I said yesterday, right now I'm paying him what I'm going to be paying him. Usually I'll base it on a scale. But once he came out here, well, I didn't know we was going to have, you know, a month of drought either. You know, if everything was growing full on like, you know, it normally is, we would be doing more work. But when things start getting really hot and really dry and no rain, I kind of back off just a little bit to make sure we don't run out of work. And I have to, because a lot of the customers are looking at me sideways when I pull up. They're looking at me like, what? It don't need it, man. It don't need it, Ray. And that's every 2 weeks. This is a dog days of summer right here, though. So Monday, what I'll do is I'll send him to go do a couple yards, because now I can send him to there's some that I can send him to. Not all, but there's some. He could probably do any of them, but I don't want to hear a bunch of drama from some of the customers, man, because they, you know, some of the customers are a little bit picky if they don't see me there. If they see me there on the job, there's never a complaint. Never. Not ever. Because they're not looking for nothing. But when I send a guy, it's almost like they're looking for something. And, you know, I know which ones are a little more temperamental than others. So, I'm going to put them in the best scenario to win, for sure. But I'm grateful and thankful that we made it through another week. And, you know, though we didn't make as much money this week as we usually do, but I lost out on, I was supposed to do that $1,000 skid steer job and the fitting. And I got knocked out of that until next weekend. I could have incorporated that $1,000 other job, pulling that tree down. I could have incorporated it this week if it hadn't been for them bushes we had to do today. Those bushes I knew that, so it'll all come back to me next week when I do, you know, $2,500 in skid steer work, and then do, you know, $3,000 in mowing. So we'll be at, you know, $5,500 next week. Usually we're around 4 a week, something like that. Sometimes a little bit less, sometimes a little bit more. But usually when we're short one week on the 4, we usually make it up the next week. There's usually a reason why. The thing about the lawn maintenance stuff, y'all, is that when you don't do a property, or for whatever reason, equipment, rain, blah, 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 when you don't do the property, you don't lose the work. You gotta always remember that. You don't, it ain't like, you know, a lot of other jobs, because it's repetitive. So if it rains on Friday, think, damn, man, Ray, you just lost all that money. No, you ain't lost it all. You just moved it to Saturday or Sunday or the next week or whatever. Now, if it starts infringing on the next week, well, then now you're starting to lose money, because, well, your timing and your density and all. But see, I can easily incorporate skid steer work, and I'm not worried about density, right? I don't care. If I decide to do that job for $1,000 or that job for $1,500, then I've already assessed what it's going to cost for me to get the machine there. And you want to be as close to your house as you can. I rarely take the skid steer more than 15 or 20 miles from home. Rarely. And it's got to be a special thing for me to do that. But right now, y'all, I'm going to get out of this truck, get out of these sweaty clothes, jump in the pool, sit on the couch, and eat lunch with sweet pea. If I have time this weekend, I'd like to do a live, but I don't know, man. But I do got a new channel, so I'm going to want all y'all to subscribe to the new channel, man. And I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do everything, so y'all be patient with me. But the Yard Janitor is my channel, and that's the name of the channel, the Yard Janitor. Can you believe I got a Google name and YouTube channel with the exact that name? That is so sweet. That's some straight G shit right there, y'all. Deuces.